It's time for Growing Hope, the show determined to grow up hearts open to pursue the extraordinary. Because you are extraordinary! And now, it's your host, Kathryn Lang.
Hello there, and welcome to Growing Hope. I am Kathryn Lang, your Hope Smith extraordinaire, always excited to share hope and encouragement and dare you to live out your possibilities. We have been spending the last few weeks really honing in on hope and what it means and how it fuels possibility living and how the power of hope will literally change the world. And this week we've come back and we're defining hope because the world has taken so many words, so many ideas, so many beliefs, even belief, and changed the definition of those words to fit the world's parameters. And we're just not going to exist in the world's box anymore. We're breaking completely out of the world's box. We're defining hope as it was originally intended. It is a expectation, and it is confidence. And the hope grows up from more than just a whim. So the first point was that hope is defined by our relationship with God. We have to have a personal relationship with God to really understand and live out hope. The second point is that hope is rooted in wisdom and knowledge and understanding. The more you know about the foundation of hope, the more you live out hope in your life. The third point is that hope develops more and grows bolder as a hunger and need to be with God grows. They run parallel to each other. The more that the God is your focus, the more you will have hope as your focus. So we have to be diligent in investing in God so that becomes a natural part, almost as natural as breathing. So that when you're not invested in God, something seems a little off kilter. I got up the other morning and nothing was going right. The computer messed up, the water line broke, I spilt milk. Actually, my son spilt milk everywhere, an entire gallon of milk, and I was just off kilter. And then I remembered that I had not invested any time in my scripture study for the morning. And when I took the time to stop and invest in that relationship, everything didn't get fixed, but I felt more balanced. And that's really what happens when you have a hunger and need for that relationship. It doesn't make everything perfect, but it gives you balance and peace through the moments that you're going through. It gives you, it's like a warm hug or a warm blanket on a cold day. You feel more confident and comfortable through the circumstances. And so the more that you have invested and the more you invest in a relationship, the more you feel better for that relationship. One of my closest friends, Mandy, lives down in Florida now, but in school, because her last name was almost identical to my last name, we sat next to each other because all the classes sat us alphabetically. So we got to sit next to each other in all of our classes, which probably wasn't a wise decision on somebody's part. But we just enjoyed each other's company, and we developed a non-language where we would just talk random nonsense and really look like we were engaged in conversation to the point that other people would try to engage in the conversation, and we would write notes that were just that same random conversation. And I still have some of those notes, but I don't get to be around her like I did then. And yet I still hunger for that connection. And when she sends me something, that reminds me of those conversations, or the other day I found one of the notes that we had shared and it just lit up my day. Because when you have a connection of warmth and comfort and encouragement and understanding, then when you encounter it, you feel better for the encountering. And that's what we're being called to developing this relationship with God that is so warming and comforting and encouraging, that we hunger and need to have that connection every day. And when we get to that place where we have a hunger and need for that connection every day, and we feed that hunger and that need every day, then hope is seated in our lives every single moment of every single day, so that it becomes the guiding force. So the power of hope grows, and an understanding of hope grows as we have a need and hunger for a relationship with God. It's all going to come back to that relationship with God, but the more that we invest in it and need it and hunger for it, it becomes a part of who we are. The more hope becomes a part of who we are. Be invested in developing such a need and hunger for God that hope is always part of your day. Thank you for joining me. I am Kathryn Lang, and I look forward to connecting with you and sharing with you and hearing about your stories of how hope has worked in your life and how you understand and define hope in your journey. Join me over at snarkyrainbows.com to engage and to read other articles about this journey of hope. And don't forget to sign up to get your free Growing Hope ebook. It's in the top of the sidebar. You can also find me all over social media. I am Kathryn C. Lang, or the Kathryn C. Lang on Facebook. Until next time, remember, be blessed and be a blessing.
Thank you for joining us for Growing Hope with Kathryn Lang, where we are sharing hope, encouragement, and inspiration to do more. Visit www.kathrynlang.com to invite Kathryn to be part of your event or to share your own stories of possibility living. Until next time, remember that a seed of hope planted and nurtured will grow up into a world of possibilities.